the number of cases soaring just today.
More than 84 million Americans are now under state directives to stay home.
I am officially declaring a national emergency.
Just as the virus was exploding in China, the founder of No Dogs Left Behind cut his U.S. holiday short and rushed back to Beijing.
Jeff Berry, No Dogs Left Behind. Today's date is January 24th, 2020. The situation does not look good. More of this virus has been spreading rampant.
March 27th, 2020 will mark 70 days of Jeff working under police quarantine in the Beijing sanctuary. However, No Dogs Left Behind does not sit idly by. Risking their lives, the emergency rescue team is on active mission status. Because of the coronavirus lockdown, dog owners have either been separated from their pets or abandoned their dogs for fear of transmitting the virus. For countless dogs across panic-stricken China, this is their fate. A dog trafficker's inventory. Owner surrenders doomed to death at a government pound. And stray dogs wandering into their death. In the dead of night on March 23rd, No Dogs Left Behind launched a triple strike.
First, a covert seizure of a dog trafficker's bounty. This NDLB emergency rescue dispatch unit is risking their lives with boots on ground. In order to evade hostile forces, the surprise extraction is done at night. But nothing is safe from the virus. NDLB emergency rescue protocols are strictly followed. This includes a microchip, critical vaccinations, and a photograph. While the dog traffickers slumber, the team quickly vets and extracts the dog using the headlights of the security team's vehicle. The victims receive their first vaccinations, documentation, microchips, and photos.
The security detail and emergency rescue team drive 364 kilometers. 3 alternative routes are planned in case hostile forces attempt to intercept the cargo. This Allied shelter is where the dogs will be quarantined and their health examined. The previous day, kennels were sanitized for the dogs. The Allied base provides temporary shelter for the dogs, where they will be vetted before moving on to the Gongyi refuge base. No Dogs Left Behind is tipped off that these dogs will be executed at the government pound. After 5 days of negotiation, No Dogs Left Behind issues the order to surround the government shelter and demand the release of the dogs, even as the threat of the virus is alive and real. Filming is forbidden in the facility. After an intense negotiation, No Dogs Left Behind is victorious. It is No Dogs Left Behind policy that not one penny is exchanged in rescue operations. Upon returning to the Allied shelter, it is evident that these dogs have not been fed or watered for days. That night, NDLB was alerted to owner surrender situations. Without taking a rest, the team came to the rescue. No Dogs Left Behind lives up to its name. After executing the 2 carefully planned rescues, the emergency response team received intel that police had been ordered to kill any stray dogs in the area. The team went on patrol to save any stray dogs that they could find. In the days following the rescue, the dogs will be fully vetted at the Allied shelter, vaccinated for rabies, CPV, CDV, tested for brucellosis, and fully documented. Many of the dogs are in critical condition and are rushed to an Allied Forces hospital for emergency care. No Dogs Left Behind cuts no corners and spares no expense in the vetting of our dogs. Soon, the dogs will be on the road again, this time to the No Dogs Left Behind official Gongyi shelter.
12只狗狗，跟我们一起的团队的成员有，主要以真正的志愿者。